everyone. I'm Jeanne Liebel with Real Broker, and today I have
William Holliday, financial advisor with Elite Wealth Management.
Today I brought him in to ask him some questions that would help some people just scrolling and interested in some money questions. He likes to talk about money. So we're going to do some quick questions. 401k or real estate?
Both, because real estate can be about the short term, the midterm, the long term. 401k for a lot of people is about the future. So you really want to take care of Jeanne today, but future Jeanne also wants to be taken care of. So you really can't choose one or the other. Ideally, you can do some combination of both.
So pay off mortgage or invest?
Again, investment, typically greater growth, greater return, but paying off mortgage, you get to reduce some of that debt service burden that a lot of people feel like it's hanging over their head.
Sure.
As long as your mortgage is manageable, which it should be, which is difficult today. Some people got into a home and, you still sitting on a 7.5% rate.
Yeah.
So
I have somebody to get you out of that if you need, right?
So you think about that. I have to pay that 7.5%. That's after-tax money.
Yeah.
So I might have to earn 10. It's really difficult to earn a consistent 10%, right? So it really depends on your rate, what you would save, and it depends on what you might invest in, what you would earn. You always want to go with, your goal should be increasing your net worth.
Rent, invest, or buy, build equity?
Should I buy or should I rent and then invest what I'm not using towards a typically higher mortgage? Again, there's not really a hard and fast answer. Real estate is harder to get into. It's harder to get out of. But it's more consistent as far as the growth. Plus, I'm getting mortgage interest deduction. If you're investing, maybe I'm having a tenant pay off my mortgage for me.
What do you think about the concept of purchasing like a primary home and then eventually turning that into an investment property and then going to rent somewhere for much cheaper, especially when your mortgage on that home would probably be about $10,000 right now and your rental that you can find is about $4,300?
It's a great strategy. Anytime you can get somebody else to pay off your debt, plus get the growth in the value of an asset, plus get a deduction for the interest that you're not really paying because somebody else is paying it, you're winning. Again, all of these things are, how can I increase my net worth, right? Decrease what I owe, increase the value of the assets that I own.
Best money habit that you can give as a tip?
But if you can develop some habits where you just consistently, no matter what, and that part of that is in the purchasing of a home, right? You're essentially saving every single month. You're investing in this thing every single month, no matter what. In the same way that people used to have, when people used actual cash, had change, and you would pull cash or pull coins out of your pocket and just drop them into that jar, right? Just consistently, just without even thinking about it. Everybody has dumped that out and been shocked at how much was in there because it didn't really feel like you were doing anything. So anything that you can do to automate reducing debt or increasing the value of assets that you own, that's where it's at. If
you were to just quickly split up somebody's paycheck, how would you allocate it?
A lot of people like like a 50% to take care of expenses, 30% to just enjoy, and then 20% for short-term, mid-term, long-term investment. There's no real rule of thumb when Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman are talking to everybody. They're not really talking to anybody because no two people out there have the exact same situation. It really depends. $5,000 a month in salary is different in San Diego, California than it is in Boise, Idaho, right? So different tax rates, different assets, different incomes, different. it really just needs to be manageable for you and something that you can automate and be consistent with and hopefully live comfortably with.
What is the worst money habit that you've seen?
Having no plan. Everybody has had some cash and had no plan. And then you just buy and you buy and you spend and you spend. And then you go to look at your cash and you're like, what the hell happened to all my money? You just have to have some kind of plan, like, okay, here's how much is gonna go towards this. I'm gonna make sure all these bills are paid. What's left is mine. I'm gonna spend this on this, right? Just having that plan, it's gonna go way better.
For some deeper questions, what is the biggest mistake you see high earners making?
Focusing on just increasing income and not focusing on mitigating tax. Because as you keep earning income, you're climbing into higher and higher tax brackets. And it doesn't really matter what you earn, it more matters what you get to keep.
Yeah.
So, okay, I don't necessarily need to earn more income. What I need is to be able to keep more of the income that I'm earning, right?
Yeah.
So what can I do to, what tax deferral strategies do I have? How can I decrease my liability? I might end up with the exact same amount of money as if I did increase my income, but just paid more in tax.
What's the biggest difference you see between people who build wealth and those who don't?
Probably ego. There was a quote. I wish I'd come up with this quote, but it just resonated with me. There was somebody who was talking to young people who, it's all like what's on Instagram and who drives this car and who has these clothes and who's wearing red bottoms and blah, blah, blah. And he said to somebody who was just going through a ton of money, he said, you would rather look rich than be rich. As soon as you get money, it's gone.
Bye.
Yeah. So you look rich.
Yeah.
But you've got nothing.
Right.
I mean, as far as money goes, you've got nothing. So, just, check your ego and be intentional about where you spend.
What financial advice do you strongly disagree with from social media?
There's a lot of new things. Stick with the tried and true. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be, I have to have some of this. I have to have stocks and bonds and mutual funds and ETFs and crypto and commodities and options. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated to be sophisticated. A truly sophisticated strategy is simple.
Yeah.
It's sophisticated enough to be simple so that you can understand it and so that you can follow it. So a lot of people are like, jumping on whatever the new thing is. NFTs, whatever the thing is, it's new, and so I got to get into that. You could just do something simple, consistently over time, and do really well for yourself.
What would you say would be a tip for somebody that is just so afraid of talking to a financial planner?
I would say understand that. So there's a client that I have, and I think she was afraid to speak with somebody, but she was kind of forced into speaking to somebody.
Okay.
Like, she had to. And the comment that she made at the end of our conversation, it really stuck with me. She said, wow, you didn't make me feel as stupid as I thought you were going to. But what was interesting about that moment was she didn't know me. Like, we just met.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really about me. It was about her and her experience and her not understanding, like, my goal is to help you do well. Like, we're a team. If you knew what I knew, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
We wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's why you're talking to me.
So it's very much like somebody who's waiting to get in shape to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You do the thing in order to get the thing. So just understanding that hopefully whoever that you work with is on your side and wants to see you do well.
Yeah.
So the sooner you get there, the sooner that's going to happen.
Super helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
I look forward to the next one.